Don't look at my dress.
Now that I got the mic, I have nothing to say. Hey, thanks for being here. It shows how smart you are. The biggest and best panel of the whole place. I'm here with great artists and I feel like an idiot. I can draw stick figures pretty good. Not as good as you.
Have you ever seen Todd's stick figures, by the way? They are...
So some of the characters that you helped create, right? Some of the characters you helped create. So I've asked him, who were some of the favorite artists that he worked with in creating some of his characters that all of us have grown up with?
I can't even say Todd McFarlane. I don't think you and I ever worked together.
No, we didn't.
You created Spawn all by yourself.
Without Stan.
What kind of a friend are you? You could have knocked on the door. You could have said, Stan, help me. Nothing. You went in by yourself. You created Spawn. I don't get any royalties. I'm going to talk to you. No, you haven't done me any good either. And you haven't. What am I doing here? None of these guys have done. They're competitors. I'm with 3 competitors. Get me out of here.
I can get you some water. Here you go.
That's my water.
That's the most I've gotten. And Jim Lee, hey, you're now the co-publisher of DC, aren't you? So you're a bigger enemy of mine than they are. No, we love DC.
Who's excited for Batman?
Even if it's the dumbest name any place had.
I think I'm the only one here, though, that has worked with you, Stan. We have collaborated, right?
Did we?
Yes, we did.
What did we do?
We did. I went to Stan Lee reimagines the DC Just Imagines. No.
Just
Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
Stan used to call.
I did do Wonder Woman.
Yes.
I did all of your characters once. They never asked for a second time.
Well,
they were smart.
Yeah. No, they were
I don't know if you remember, DC once had a series of books called What If Stan Lee Had Created or something like that. And they let me write each one the way I would have done it. None of the ones I did were as good as the originals, but what the hell?
They were fantastic.
Look who you were working with.
Yeah, exactly.
Was I working with you on that series?
Yes, we were working together.
They weren't as good.
But the great thing was, I would like send like messages like stupid questions. Then he would call back, and then I would hear it ring, and I knew it was from Stan. I would just let the answering machine run so I could get him on tape and just so I could hear you. And I've got the tape still, so I apologize if I never answered the phone. But
I couldn't make out a word he said into the mic. I hope it was something clever and something very admirable about me.
Not clever, but admirable.
yes.
All right, you guys take it over, and I have other things to think about.
So Stan came, we were biding time as he got here. You saw the beginning of that intro. Let me finish the video, not show it to you, tell you. I am 16 years old. No. This is a true story. I'm in Florida. No, they're not going to play it. I'm going to talk it. We're going to talk it. No, I'm in Florida. We're coming back. It's true. I'm in a hotel. There's a comic book convention on the day we're about to leave. Stan's one of the guests. I go up to him. He's in the hallway signing to everybody. And I asked him, just like I did, can I hang out with you? And he let me literally sit next to him for like 7 hours. I was just a drooling fan.
It was 5 minutes, but it seemed like 7 hours. He is so dull. It seemed like 100. I'm sorry.
Wow. I thought it was long for me. I thought it was gracious. But he just sat there and go, yeah. And so he signed all day, and I got to listen to him answering questions, and in between people, I'd ask him questions, and he just put up with me all day long.
Wasn't I great?
You were great. That's the point. It's 16. Look, some of you guys come, we sign your autographs, we get a minute with you. Can you imagine if you got to sit next to us for 8 hours? Right? It would be awesome, right? I had that.
I don't know if awesome is the term I would
You know what these two guys just whispered to each other? Welcome to the Todd McFarlane panel.
Yeah.
That's what they just whispered to each other.
Todd McFarlane, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, legend of comics.
Anyway, at 16, this man had a momentous impact on my life that I never forgot. And the biggest part
I
of
lent him a couple of bucks.
right. The biggest part was just how you interacted with your fans. That was really the biggest part I got out of that day, was how gracious you were with everybody. And as a 16-year-old, I said, if I ever get on that side of the table, I'm going to act like that man, because he was.
Why don't you? I want to tell you, this guy wrote and drew the biggest selling Spider-Man issue that we ever had. Do you know that? So I gotta be I hate him, but I gotta be nice to him.
My Spider-Man outsold your Spider-Man.
Now, speaking of nice people, have you ever seen this man's wife? She is the most beautiful girl. My luck, I'm sitting next to him instead.
I can switch places with her, Stan. Where she's out there somewhere. And that's my claim to fame. That's why Stan even talks to me. It's because of my wife, Bridget. Yeah, so it's like, okay, I'm just happy to be here. You know, it's like, but that's how Stan treats the fans. She goes after your wives and your girlfriends.
Not so dumb.
That's how you do it. So you don't learn anything. That's how you do it.
What's Stan's impact been on your life? Like I said, to me it was easy at 16.
Well, Stan's impact on my life has been probably a lot like everyone's here. And basically, he's Stan Lee. And we had.
It's an easy name to remember.
It is very. It's like kind of like whenever I think of. That's how I remember your last name.
Yeah, my name used to be Jim Lieber, and I shortened it to Jim Lee.
But it's true though, because, and I remember that you guys have to realize, especially if you're younger, up until 10 years ago, 15 years ago, not that many people cared about comic books outside of comics. And Stan, for decades, was fighting the good fight in Hollywood when people didn't even know that there was something out there that was not Superman or Batman. You know, he was the one out there making people understand that comics matter. And he was the guy, not any of us, but he was the guy. And I think all of us owe a debt of gratitude for
How
Stan.
about money instead of gratitude? Thank you. That was very sweet of you. But Jim is dying. He thinks that I'm never going to get a chance to say anything.
That's real cash.
Money, I'll take it.
So I've been to Jim's house. He can afford this.
And to Mark's point, like if you guys look behind you, about the area that we're sitting in was about the size of most comic book conventions we went to. Like 20. It's true, right? They were small. They were like the Holiday Inns, and they.
This is Stan Lee's Comikaze. What do you expect?
To Mark's point, it was harder to get the word out. There was no internet, right? There wasn't any electronics that we could do it. There were small groups. We all felt a little bit isolated. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, when they started, I'm so old, there wasn't even comic shops.
He's so old.
Yeah. But when they started the first comic shop,
you're Canadian. They had comic shops.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe
you're not that old.
You guys beat us. But I remember going to the first comic shop, going, "Wow, there are other people like me. I don't have to feel." Oh,
don't get crazy. Right? Don't get crazy.
No, it was a secret society. It was a secret society. If you wore a Captain America T-shirt, you got beat up. So you kind of kept it secret. You'd have to go to the bathroom stalls and tap your foot like underneath to kind of signal to people you were into comics.
Like all this is a lot to do with you, Stan. You know, all the characters that you created decades ago, and look what you've spawned.
Yeah.
Now listen, Jim, tell us about your hopes and dreams and aspirations. This man, he's got so much to say, and we're out shouting him.
No, I'm telling you, I was just sharing some anecdotes about you, Stan. I just remember one time I was sketching, and you were watching me sketch, and you just said, like, wow, with so much ability, you'd think you would have gone a lot further in the industry. And so you kind of...
When was this, like a couple years ago?
It was like yesterday.
Listen, you're probably wondering why I'm being so nice to this guy who doesn't deserve it. But he's a big executive at DC, and if ever Marvel gets mad at me, I want to stay friendly with him.
There's always room for you, Stan. There's always room for you.
In the mailroom, right? It's like you gotta work your way up.
I just thought of a terrible thing. I was in the other room, a mile away, signing autographs. There's a whole line of people. A guy grabs me and says, "Wait a minute, he'll be back in a minute." And he drives me over here. I said, "Where are we going?" He says, "There's a panel, you've got to be on it." And I suddenly realized those people are still waiting online. Am I allowed to keep sitting? Somebody rescue me. Oh well, all right, here we go. You say something.
How do you follow Stan? You know, I wouldn't even follow Stan to the bathroom.
What is the name of this panel?
It's Stan and Todd panel.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what are you two guys doing here? Get the hell out of here.
Just holding the
Go
microphone.
get your own panel.
It's the Legends of Comics panel. I don't know how that pertains to us, but it pertains to Stan.
It's the legend of comics.
legend,
panel. Singular with 3 other dudes. So
We're just here to appreciate everybody being here. To be honest with you, it's like look at this. Look at these people out here. This is awesome.
Right.
All right.
They're all looking at their watches and saying, "When does the next panel start?"
That's right.
Right.
How many people here are here because they grew up on comic books? And how many people are here? And this, by the way, this is a good thing. How many people are here because movies and TVs and comic books own those spaces right now? Right? Okay, because I'm from the school of it's good. I'm happy. You know, all of us have been around long enough to see the dark days of comics.
I haven't been around long enough yet.
Yeah. Remember the 10 Commandments when Moses came out
I
with
know
your buddy?
them implicitly.
Yeah, when your buddy came out with those, and the 11th commandment was, you know, thou shalt buy comic books. That just broke off. Remember that back in those days? I mean, when the stone tablets and comics back in your day, but everybody here, it's like, however you got into the superhero love, whether it's other media, comic books, God bless you. God bless all of you. You know, it's like, and God bless Stan because he's the father of all that stuff.